Hello? Hello, welcome. Welcome to John live stream. I'm Yitao. Good afternoon. I hope all of you are doing great on the John live stream. Today in our tea class, I would love to share a very regular Chinese Oolong. I don't know have ever tried or ever heard. It's Jin Xuan. We call it in Chinese call it Jin Xuan. Literally, you can also call it as a milk Oolong. Because this tea is featured by its very unique milky aroma and long-lasting complex floral fragrance. This tea is from China's Fujian province, a high-altitude tea garden. This tea, because it uses a very special fertilizer, organic fertilizer, so we also call it as a teaing up with soy milk. Okay, in our class today, the first hour, I will show you how to bring this tea with a traditional Chinese way. Even you are new to this Oolong, Jinxuan Oolong, don't worry. After this tea class, you will definitely know how to bring with the traditional Gong Fu Cha way. And besides, I will explain all details and features about this tea with you. Okay, during our tea session, if you have any questions, please feel free to share in our comment. Okay, for the second section of our tea live stream, I will display some handmade, original designed Chinese tea wares with you. Okay, if you're interested in anything presenting online, please go to check our tea shop link in our bio. Okay, as usual, first of all, let's have a general look about this tea. Physically, this tea, I don't have. There's a very famous Chinese wood. It's called the Tie Guanyin Iron Goddess. This tea. You can notice that this tea looks quite similar to that Tie Guanyin. Both of them has shaped like a dragonfly head. Looks like a mini tea bowl. When you see such compressed tea, it's indicating something about the first infusion. It means the first infusion should be longer because you should give enough time for tea to stretch, to dissolve in the water. Now I'm share the title of this tea in our comment. Jinxuan. Jinxuan Oolong. To bring a good cup of Jinxuan Oolong, in Chinese tea ceremony, three key points we need to pay attention. The first thing is tea to water ratio. This tea to water ratio, I would recommend to use like 1 to 20. For instance, this guy one is around 150 ml, so I'll take around 7 to 8 for this teapot I'm gonna use. Water temperature, generally I recommend to use above 95 Celsius degree. Steeping, like I mentioned, the first infusion we should leave enough time for this tea because you see it's not so tightly compressed. However, it does still requires a certain time to let the tea leaves to stretch. Okay, so any questions? If you have any questions, please feel free to share in our comment. If you're new to this tea, you can take a note because this information will be very helpful for your first discovery of this Jinxuan Oolong, milk Oolong. Okay, I write in our comment. So, any questions? If you have questions, please feel free to share in our comments. Okay. Hello, 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 lemon, hello, lemon. We're gonna do a live stream, okay? Now let me introduce the tea I'm gonna use. Because this tea has a very interesting fragrance profile. Personally, I like to bring this tea with Taiwan so that I can fully enjoy the fragrance. For sure, if you don't get used to Chinese Taiwan, you can always choose ordinary teapot to bring it. Okay. This is the. Do you know? Does anybody know what's called this? Glass cup with a spout. This we in Chinese we call it as we call it 公道杯. Literally, you can call it as fairy cup. Everybody knows the function of this fairy cup. Generally, fairy cup the function of the fairy cup is to spare tea fairly into every teacup. After pouring tea, because in Chinese tea ceremony we pour water and pour water out, and this is the utensil you almost see in every Chinese tea ceremony. The function of this glass cup is to spare fairly into every teacup. Like today, you invite 3 guests in this tea ceremony. This is the glass you're gonna use to spare tea into their teacup to show your equal respect for each person. Bonjour, Oro. Okay, this is my teacup. The guy I'm using today, this is a new arrival. Very lovely. Later on, I will show you the detail. What about matcha tea? Okay, matcha tea is Japanese tea. In our live stream, we only focus on Chinese tea. Okay, now we can start our tea ceremony. Before the first infusion, there is a preparation. We call it a preheating process. This preheating process is inevitable and very necessary. You almost to follow in every Chinese tea ceremony. How to do it? It's very simple. Pour tea into the teapot. Good morning, Martin. Good morning. What's the tea today? Jin Xuan Oolong. I will write again in our Jin Xuan. You can also call it as milk Oolong. Write in our comment. Jin Xuan Oolong. This tea is featured by its long-lasting, complex floral aroma and delicious milky fragrance. This very and our teacup as well. Now we can put the tea into the teapot. This is a Jin Xuan milk Oolong I want to share with you. This dry tea has this Oolong tea. This Jin Xuan Oolong is applied with a traditional baking process. So when you enjoy this tea, before your first infusion, after preheating the teapot. This step we call it shaking fragrance. Put into the teapot and then shake several times, because now you touch the teapot, it's quite warm. The dry tea fragrance becomes very distinct. Then smell it. This dry tea has a very pleasant caramel, delicious caramel aroma. Jin Xuan Oolong depends on your preference. Yeah, beautiful.com. I like that. When I travel, I will take. Yeah, this tea. If interested in this tea, please go to check out the link in our bio. Regarding this Jin Xuan Milk Oolong, you can choose to raise it, or you can directly brew. Don't worry, nowadays nowadays our tea are all made under clean condition. For me, I don't raise it. I just bring directly the first infusion. First infusion, you can control like a 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Hi, beautiful teacher. Today, when I connected to your live stream, I thought it was a high fashion. Well, nice to know I'm in the right place. Thank you, Franco. Good morning. When you bring such highly aromatic oolong, keep your kettle high. Keep your kettle high, so that your water stream will be fast and strong, to help stimulate the fragrance inside the tea. 30 seconds. So funny questions. In Chinese tea ceremony, especially when you bring a certain tea which requires a long steeping time, we should count the seconds in our mind. Seconds. This fake is a little bit small for this guy one. Now let's have a look about the first infusion. This is our first infusion. Very beautiful clear tea soup, light golden color. I don't try it yet. I'm just smelling this milky aroma, which gives me a desire to try milky aroma. I really appreciate the ceremony of you preparing your tea. Thank you, Miro. Teacher, for sure your look is astonishing. Thank you, Franco. Thank you. Now, smell it. A very intense, milky fragrance. Wow. That's amazing. This Jin Xuan Milk Oolong has such an interesting fragrance notes. This tea, the fragrance of this tea is very complicated, not boring at all. Kind of a mixture fragrance of varied floral aromas such as sweet gardenia and the Chinese osmanthus. Uh, which is also accompanied with a mellow fruity fragrance. Anyway, this tea later on I will explain. This tea now, because we just pour tea out now, when you touch the teapot, you can notice it's very hot. When the tea temperature decrease a little bit, this tea will present a different fragrance profile. It's very interesting. Gonna try our first sip. So funny questions. If you have any questions, please feel free to share in our comment. Hello, great to participate again. From which area in China this tea is from? This tea originally, Jin Xuan milk Oolong is originally from Taiwan, and however this tea, the tea is from originally this tea is from Taiwan, but this tea indeed, the tea we're drinking now is from an high altitude garden in Chinese Fujian province. In Fujian province, this tea, but if you are familiar with another very famous Chinese oolong from south of Fujian, we call it in Chinese Minnan oolong. The famous one, it's called Tie Guanyin, Iron Goddess. This tea, Jin Xuan Oolong, actually is imitating Tie Guan craftsmanship. So physically, it has a very similar shape, a physical appearance like a Tie Guanyin. It's just 30 seconds for the first infusion. Not in second. I will write again. Where living? I'm living Hainan Island. Okay. Well, it tastes mellow, sweet, fragrant. This tea has, when you drink it, this tea comes with a very pleasant floral aroma. This tea, I can assure that this tea, if you worry a lot about pesticide residue, anything, this tea has been tasted many times, many times for the especially for the pesticide residue. The raw material of this tea is from a high altitude tea garden. This tea garden has a very unique, interesting ecological environment management. They only use organic fertilizer in this tea garden area. This organic fertilizer is very interesting. They are indeed soy milk. Soy milk. Do you know what's the soy milk, right? Uh, the the soy milk is made from fermented soybeans with beneficial bacteria and is sugar brown, and this is reason why we call this tea as a tea growing up with soy milk. It could explain this tea has such unique and a very interesting flavor and fragrance. This is the reason. Now, this is this is my okay. Wait after pouring tea out. Wait for a while. Now, when you smell this tea, when you touch the teapot, you can notice that the teapot is not so hot like when you just pour tea out. This is our second time to smell it. Second time when when the tea gets warm, less hot, and the tea now we smell it. It's very interesting because the fragrance become mellow, sweet, fruity, mellow, sweet, fruity aroma. A little bit similar to mature pineapple. It's a little bit similar. It's very interesting. And you can try again when this tea becomes cold 3 times. Different temperature presents different fragrance profile. This is very presents with layers. We generally call that tea with various layers of fragrance. 谢谢你you're welcome. You're welcome. So, final questions? Shy, if you have any questions, please feel free to share in our comment. After drinking it, this soury, milky aroma, and complex floral fragrance are lingering inside mouth. Naturally sweet. This Jin Xuan Oolong, milk oolong. In summertime, it's very suitable to do the cold brewing as well. Cold brewing. What's the advantages of cold brewing? Cold brewing generally will taste. Generally, cold brewing will not cause any unpleasant astringency and bitterness, because the distillation of caffeine requires a certain high temperature. This is reason why if you personally you prefer sweet tea without any bitterness or low caffeine, try with cold brewing. However, cold brewing you like for this tea, you can not put the by the way, this tea comes with a special like this. Every sachet is around 8 grams. This tea, you can just for a bottle of 800 ml, you can put like 5 grams, and then put in your refrigerator for 4 or 5 hours. It depends on your personal preference. And take away and try it again. You will be surprised by its rich fragrance and mellow, sweet flavor and taste. Now this tea almost become turns room temperature. When you smell it, the fragrance still remains very intense. Now we can continue our second infusion. This tea can be brewed highly resident, can be brewed over 8-10 times. Okay. Which water temperature you are using? Above 95 Celsius degree. But in the case if you here the generally personally I use above 95 Celsius degree, 203 Fahrenheit. But when I talk with some Taiwan tea farmers, they told me that this tea is you so bring around 90 to 93 Celsius degree if you want get a long resident tea. It means if you want to bring more time. So first of all, for the first a few infusions you can try with like 90 or 93 Celsius degree, and then you in the late infusions, because you want to keep this rest longer, so you can increase the water temperatures for the late infusions. This is a way. You can try it both. You can try it both. But generally, my personal, I like it fragrant. I like rich fragrance. So I generally use just boiled water. Okay, now here just boiled water. Keep your kettle high. Keep your kettle high to create strong and fast water stream. This kettle it has been a long time, didn't show any kettle. This kettle I'm using now, personally, I'll use very often later now. 10 minutes, but not 10 minutes, 10 seconds, sorry, seconds. 10 seconds. We always say, in Chinese we always say, we always say, mother, water is mother's, tea is mother, and teaware is tea's father. So like this kettle, this kettle, I recommend to you. This one probably you already seen. I often use it. This is made from Chinese Chaozhou clay. This clay has a great function to purify and soften water. This one, you can see that this kettle, generally Chaozhou clay kettle, is always made with a small volume, generally below the most, generally like 500 ml. Generally below 800 ml, because this is the core of our Chinese Gongfu cha. We always think the small, and it's true. It's true. Our Chinese ancestors, they thought that small tea maker teapot can preserve better the fragrance, and this is reason why kettle is always Chaozhou clay kettle is always small. If you are searching kettles to boiling tea or boil water, Chinese Chaozhou clay kettle I strongly recommend to you. In our tea shop, we selling very various Chinese Chaozhou clay kettle. It's just raining down again. How important is the cultivation attitude for Jinxuan Tea? I assume very important. High altitude. Altitude is no. Okay, let me say that's because in China we has we always say high mountain produces better tea. It's true. The reason is very clear because generally high mountain is always covered covered surrounded by mist and clouds. Because generally, my mountain with the forest, this is the best ecological environment for the growth of the tea trees. Because generally, hello. Because generally, the growth of the tea requires sufficient sunlight, but not direct sunlight. We call it technically we call it as diffuse. Like how to translate diffuse light. Diffuse light. When the in the forest, in forest when the sunlight comes into the forest because it's covered, it's humid, there's a lot, it's covered by a mist, so the sunlight will not directly come into the plant will not directly absorb the direct sunlight. It becomes kind of diffuse light, and this is the best light for the most important thing for the growth the growth of the tea trees, especially for accumulation of tea seeds. It's very beneficial for the since I suddenly forgot that word how to say in English. The biosynthesis. The biosynthesis of tea. This is why you see in our tea class generally for the quality of tea, I always mention the ecological environment of this tea, where it is from, where it is, and it's very clear that tea from high altitude is always has much better quality, and for sure the price is more expensive. Okay, let me try. This is our second infusion. Look at such wow, clear, beautiful tea soup. It's great and pleasant to smell it. Now this is a second infusion. I'm surprised by its it's the complexity in fragrance and in tea fragrance. A refreshing sweet gardenia aroma and sweet osmanthus natural. Smells so smells so sweet, sweet like mellow fruits. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. This is our second infusion. it takes very smooth and silky, very very comfortable mouth, well structured and balanced. This tea, even you are Chinese tea beginner, I recommend this tea to you as well. First of all, this tea regarding the flavor, taste, fragrance of this tea is very adorable. I think nobody will refuse such beautiful fragrance profile and palatable taste. And besides this tea, compare with the other Chinese famous oolong like we wrote tea, this tea doesn't require a high brewing skill. Even this tea, just like I mentioned, this tea, if you're curious, if you want to prepare a summer beverage, this tea I recommend to you. It's great to do to bring with the cold brew. If you're Chinese tea beginner, you would like to enjoy complex and interesting flavor and the fragrance, a tea with a complex flavor taste, I recommend to even you are beginner. Generally, with experience, I personally I don't. When I introduce a tea to a Chinese tea beginner, generally I don't mention oolong generally. But however, this tea, even you're a beginner, because from many aspects, this tea, even you're a beginner, always try, be bold to try it. If you never try, in case if you never try any Chinese oolong, this tea I recommend to you as well. Very unique flavor, taste, and the fragrance. Because such very beautiful tea soup. After drinking this tea, remains a great lingering finish and the fragrance inside mouth. It takes key smooth after swallowing it. It's so silky, so smooth. After drinking it, your throat you will feel that your throat is like the hydrate, very comfortable to drink it. So, for any questions, if you have any questions, please feel free to share in a comment. Okay. So, for any questions? This tea, the moment I show it, it's shapes like a dragonfly head, so you can see what's the grade of this tea. This tea is made from generally Chinese oolong is made from mature tea leaves. This one, you notice that this one made from even comes with a stem. Look at this. This is a very unique feature of Jin Xuan milk oolong. For 铁观音, generally you barely see this this is Jin Xuan. It's made from the different cultivar. This Jin Xuan milk Oolong made from different cultivar. Although this tea is applied imitating 铁观音 craftsmanship. Generally for such style oolong, we call it as oolong from south of Fujian. This which presenting kind of oolong style. Look at this one. This one, you see, it's very elastic and very thick. It touches very thick. This is a proof of the raw material, fresh tea leaves. This one. Oh, by the way, next weekend, the same day, I will show you a traditional 铁观音 tea ceremony with a traditional 铁观音 tea ceremony. If you are interested to follow to see our 铁观音 Oolong tea ceremony, you can always come with the same time. I will post our profile earlier. 铁观音. Is it different? Yeah. You mean the tea ceremony? Yeah, a traditional one. The traditional one. The tea ceremony we do in our live stream is a daily tea ceremony, and that 铁观音 Oolong tea ceremonies looks more artistic and more, let's say, more artistic and with more procedures. Keep your kettle high. That artistic tea ceremony is more to present the tea ceremony itself. But however, in our live stream, we focus on the tea. Keep your kettle high. I look forward to that. Okay. Next Sunday. 10 seconds for this tea. 10 seconds. This spray cup is a little bit small for this tea. This is our third infusion. Okay. Beautiful gold, clear, very bright tea soup. Just smell it, just look at. My mouth is watering. Without trying it, I can imagine how it tastes, how palatable, how wonderful it should taste like. Wow. It smells so milky. teacher just is very wonderful to flower embroidered on it. Thank you, Franco. Words are very limited. Words are um, words are very limited to when you, especially when you describe complex, complicated fragrance and the flavor. You're gonna try by yourself. This tea, if you're interested in this, please go to check out tea shop link in our bio. Okay. Besides this tea, I strongly recommend to try with the cold brewing in summertime as well. If you want to prepare a healthy summer beverage without adding any artificial pigment, artificial scent, any sugar, anything, low calorie, healthy beverage, you can try with this tea. And 100% sure that all of the fragrance, the sweetness you get from this tea 100% natural without adding any artificial pigment, scent, sugar. Okay, this is my words I can give you 100% natural. This is always why we always say tea is one of the most almost the most healthy beverage you can find in the market. It tastes really balanced. Long lasting. And this tea, when you drink it, the fragrance not only when we say okay, sometimes okay, when you try a tea, when you smell it, you can, yeah, you can notice its fragrance. But however, sometimes when you drink it, taste not fragrant at all. Okay, this tea. Generally, okay, we call it this kind of fragrance as superficial fragrance. This is not a real good fragrance of tea. A good tea smells very fragrant, but also tastes fragrant. We call it this. There's a Chinese way we call it fragrance fallen into the tea. This is a fragrance, tea fragrance for us. Just drinking this tea, it doesn't require any extra sugar or honey. You just need simple water, hot water. So, any questions? If you have any questions, please feel free to share in our comment. Okay. For the moment, bring a very fragrant Chinese Oolong, Jin Xuan Oolong. This tea is from high altitude garden of Fujian province. tastes very fragrant, delicate, smooth and silky. Without any unpleasant astringency and bitterness. Oh, this is a new arrival Taiwan. Can you recognize this yellow fruit? This yellow fruit. Have you ever seen? Guys, we call it 枇杷. Low coat. Low coat. It tastes very sweet and very fresh. Now in summertime, it's the season. The season generally comes up in summertime. 枇杷. Have you never seen that? It's very lovely. This guy one, so lovely. Later on, I will show you the details with simple pattern. Looks very summer. When I see these fruits, this fruit in Chinese called 枇杷 low coat. I know we are in summer. It's already it's sold in summertime. This one very lovely. Very mellow. It has much fruity sweetness. You know, when you try pineapple, it tastes very sweet, very sweet. This tea, it's kind of like that. The sweetness tastes like given by mature fruits, like tropical fruits like pineapple. I smell the fragrance left on this bottom of the bottom of this fragrance. And then a bit sideways questions: what you thoughts about on using Chinese Gongfu tea filter? As I can, some people strict about it and use only when the tea cakes with some broken tea leaves. Okay. It depends on tea. I would say it depends on tea. Because but personally I don't use because you see I don't use any filter as I control very well the guy one. Generally I don't use, okay, but if you want to use, I would not say no. It's your personal preference. However, okay, but anyway, it's not so necessary if you use, okay. For instance, for every teapot we selling in our shop, there's always a filter size. What's the why it's necessary to use another filter? Or if you use Sky one, the tea leaves, you don't feel well the tea leaves. Okay, for me it's not such. Let me say, okay. In the case, what kind of I recommend you don't use, like the tea with very rich tea fuzz made from very high grade tea leaf tea buds. For instance, high grade white peony, silver needle, green tea. Generally, I don't, because the filter will not take away, but like stop certain tea fuzz. Probably it will affect the tea flavor and taste. Generally, okay, it's if you say to use it, just use it. But personally, I don't mind if the tea leaves fall into like this guy one. Have you? This guy one is made from such mature tea. So generally, when you use guy one in the filter, naturally, it's not important. It's not important. That's not important. Using or not using is important. Now we continue our fourth infusion. When I bring oolong, I cannot stop. I cannot stop to stop smelling. Teacher, you are fantastic in giving your followers beautiful advice. Thanks. You're welcome, Franco. It's my pleasure. For Chinese tea, 3 key points: water temperature, steeping time, tea to water ratio. Those determines the flavor taste. Using nothing, it's not so important. Personally, I don't. If you want to use, okay. If you want to use a filter, no filter, doesn't matter. It's not the important issue. Okay, we continue our fourth. It's good to know is when I do Gong Fu tea ceremony with the cha pan, I don't always assure that when to use filter when not hot. Don't worry, believe me that it will not change too much. It will not change too much. It's more important if it will not change too much. Don't worry. If you like to use, just use it. But for some high grade tea like silver needle, white peony, green tea, personally I recommend you don't use it. Okay, keep your kettle high. Keep your kettle high. Keep your kettle high. Oh, look at this. This pouring is I like very much. This kettle. It's a great pouring. And besides, this kettle is very light. This is our fourth infusion. This very cap's a little bit small. I enjoy it very well. Look at this. Very beautiful. Still remains such beautiful color. The first infusion. And I wanted to ask, since some people use every single tea like obsessively. Thank you. Not using, it's not. You can choose, okay. Yeah, for some, yeah. In the case if this tea made from, okay, if this tea, let me take an instance. If this tea during the transportation, this tea becomes broken. In this case, you can use broken leaves. If you fall into the tea soup, it looks not so beautiful. In this case, you can use always. But generally, like oolong, like this tea, I didn't use any filter. I didn't use it. Or use a teapot with a filter. Like the teapot we are selling in our tea shop, all of them comes with a filter inside. This is a basic. For Chinese teapot, Chinese tea pot generally comes with a filter inside. Becomes a very basic criteria for Chinese tea way. Still, this is our fourth infusion. So it's wonderful. Full-bodied, like a mixture. Just like a mixture, floral aroma. Personally, beside this Jin Xuan Oolong, I personally feel like floral fragrance in our tea shop. I also recommend you 铁观音 iron goddess. Sometimes I forget the English translation. Iron goddess 铁观音 and 张平水仙 and there's 张平水仙 and both of them. If you personally your fancy floral aroma, those teas will surprise you, really surprise you. I'm gonna try the fourth infusion. This is the third infusion I throw away now. I drank too much today. What do you think of smelling cups? I never use in tea cups, the fairy cup. Generally, I smell fairy cup, not cups. I still keep such the same mellowness and thickness like the first infusion. The inner painting, this local fruit, when we pour tea inside, it looks so lovely. Can you see? Can you see it? This is a new arrival. After drinking it, mouth will be surrounded by this long-lasting, sweet floral, gardenia, osmanthus, fragrance, and savory, milky fragrance. The aftertaste is great. The aftertaste is great. Aftertaste, sweet aftertaste. Sweet aftertaste is great. This tea, this tea has a quite complex fragrance profile. It's a mixture floral and mellow fruity fragrance, which is very different from refreshing floral fragrance given by like Tie Guan Yin. Those are different would say different. Those tea has a very unique fragrance profile. This tea I recommend to you. Even you are Chinese beginner. This tea very suitable for the cold brew in summertime. I'll do our fifth. You can know that just look at this light tea soup color. It's indicating the oxidation of this oolong is low. It's not. It's kind of a low oxidation. The tea soup color presenting oolong style, I would say. Compared with like Wu Yi road tea, you can notice that there's a huge difference. That's why I say this tea. If you're a Chinese beginner, if you're interested in this tea, just go ahead to try it. You will love it. You will love it. Cold brain. Try with cold brain. Cold brain with this tea is great as well. When this tea becomes warm, becomes warm. Personally, I very like this fragrance when the tea becomes warm. It's like it smells like fruity, mellow fruity fragrance. Kind of similar, like when you smell mature. Sweet pineapple. Thank you for presenting Jinxuan Oolong. My favorite tea is Fenghuang Dancong. Haven't had Jinxuan for a long time. I need to have it soon. Okay, if you're interested in this tea, please go to check out tea shop link in bio. By the way, this tea, just like I mentioned, this tea comes with a small sachet. Each sachet is around 8 grams. Very practical, convenient for you to take away during the trip or take it to bring in your office. This tea you can use any kind of way. If you just throw a little bit in your mug, it still takes the fragrance and the nice. Okay. Okay, it's time to move our second section. I want to show you this guy one. This guy one, I quite like it. I quite like it. I will zoom in and show the details. Let me do our fifth infusion, and we move to our tea way section. Today there's some survivals. Keep your kettle high. The late infusions, you can appropriately increase your steeping time. Look at this kettle. Very smooth. Steeping time, you can do 15 seconds. Finally, how many steps per one? It can be brewing over 10 times. But the late infusions, you can pour it to increase the steeping time. This is also fifth infusion. Fifth infusion. By the way, this tea, this tea has a light on. No, I mean light. That this is to distinguish with the strong, fragrant oolong. This tea belongs kind of. It's classified as kind of light, fragrant oolong. So don't expect this tea. It smells so strong, so strong like that's why this tea is quite delicate, very delicate, very exquisite. It's very normal for the late infusions. The fragrance become less fragrant. It's very normal because the Jin Xuan Oolong style. This fifth infusion still remains almost the same fragrance like the first infusion. Okay, now I will zoom it. Does anybody know this fruit? I never seen in Europe. I suppose I don't know. Anyone's try it? In Chinese call it 枇杷. Local. Have it? Does anybody know this fruit? Okay. It's very lovely. So lovely. If you're interested in anything we are presenting on live stream now, please go to check out the shop link in our bio. Okay. Look at this. In Chinese we call it 枇杷, yellow one. Very lovely. This one is 100% handmade, planted from Jin. The Jin is made from Jin, the Jin unique clay. We call it yumi. It's very. This clay, has a very beautiful white. Has a very beautiful white. The texture is perfect. Look at pure white, very beautiful. Let me it's almost transparent. Let me try with the light. Look at such. Because inside there is tea, so I don't take the tea leaves away. But when you put the light, almost transparent. Very beautiful color. Sky one is around 150 ml. Large enough to bring all kinds of tea, Chinese tea. There's a cup. This is a new arrival. Look at how second. Look at this beautiful transparency. This one looks so lovely. There's a little insect on the leaves on the leaf. Inner painting as well. Simple pattern but very lovely. This set is very fit too. It's very lovely to use in summertime. This is how it looks like. Interesting this set. Please go to check out tea shop link in bio. Besides this low coat set, we also have beautiful purple grape set. That's a teapot. This one is a guy one. Look at this. Cocosinel. Look at this one. Also lovely. Inside is a bowl filter. Look at inside is a bowl filter. 100% handmade, hand painted. Wow. Look at the transparency of the display. For future. Look at those lovely purple grapes. This one I love. This one looks so summer, so lovely. This is the teapot and this is the tray to match. This tray you can use as a food tray as well. So lovely. From Jinxuan. Look at so lovely. When you pour some light tea into this cup, looks so, the little grapes look so lovely. This set. This is how it's like. It's so lovely, right? Quite interesting. If you're interested in this set, please go to check out tea shop link in our bio. This one, this is a new arrival. This set looks so lovely to use in summertime. Okay. Beside this, today I also prepare some unique precious Chinese lacquerware with you. Chinese lacquer. Okay. Again, this is this one. This one, a handmade Chinese peony teacup. This one, I personally like very much. Look at details of this peony. This one is made from Chinese unique Yang clay. Look at such clay has similar Chinese jade finish and texture. Very elegant. If you're interested in this peony teacup, please go to check out tea shop link in our bio. In front of us, okay, this is a unique piece, Chinese lacquerware. Do you know the value of Chinese lacquer? Do you know the history about Chinese lacquer? Have you ever seen, first of all, have you ever seen any lacquer in the museum in your life? Chinese lacquer history can date back from 7,000 years ago, not 700, 7,000 years ago, from Neolithic age, before Chinese civilization. Look at such beautiful, unique, valuable Chinese lacquer. Before I introduce more details with you, I would like to play a video to show you some basic features of this lacquer. Look at this.
说低漆入土，千年不腐，说的就是大漆可以防水防腐啊。我们做的这个实验的话，就是在相同的自然条件下呢，我们用一个瓷碗和漆碗分别倒入了牛奶，不断的观察，经过4天之后，结果是非常非常明显的，漆碗里的牛奶变成了酸奶，但是瓷碗里的已经臭不可闻了，这说明了大漆的防腐保鲜的能力是非常非常强的。其实我们老祖宗早就发现大漆防腐的秘密了，在7000多年前就开始使用朱漆的木碗。7000多年前，那还是新石器时代。低漆入土，千年不腐，说是大漆可以防水防腐啊。我们做的这个实验的话，就是在相同的自然条件下呢，我们用一个瓷碗和漆碗分别倒入了牛奶，不断的观察它，经过4天之后，结果是非常非常明显的，漆碗里的牛奶变成了酸奶，但是瓷碗里的已经臭不可闻了，这说明了大漆的防腐保鲜的能力是非常非常强的。其实我们老祖宗早就发现大漆防腐秘密了，在7000多年前就开始使用朱漆的木碗。7000多年前，那还是新石器时代。低漆入土，千年不腐，说的就是大漆可以防水防腐啊。我们做个实验的话，就是在相同的自然条件下呢，我们用一个瓷碗和漆碗分别倒入了牛奶，不断的观察它，经过4天之后，结果是非常非常明显的，漆碗里的牛奶变成了酸奶，但是碗里的已经臭不可闻了，这说明了大漆的防腐保鲜的能力是非常非常强的。其实我们老祖宗早就发现大漆防腐的秘密了，在7000多年前就开始使用朱漆碗。7000多年前，那还是新石器时代。低漆入土，千年不腐，说的就是大漆可以防水防腐啊。我们做的这个实验的话，就是在相同的自然条件下呢，我们用个瓷碗和漆碗分别倒入了牛奶，不断的观察它，经过4天之后，结果是非常非常明显的，漆碗里的牛奶变成了酸奶，但是瓷碗里的已经臭不可闻了，这说明了大漆的防腐保鲜的能力是非常非常强的。其实我们老祖宗早就发现大漆防腐的秘密了，在7000多年前就开始使用朱漆的木碗。7000多年前，那还是新石器。低漆入土，千年不腐。
Look at this
上
one.
漆的家具可以做到千年不腐。曾在马王堆中出土的漆棺和漆器就是最好的证明。经过2000多年的埋藏，依旧能光亮如新。然而，想要得到如此珍贵的生漆却并非易事。
The lacquer is a natural glaze from lacquer tree.
会满手是泡，所以漆树一般都种植在远离人烟的大山深处。漆匠在采集生漆之前，
This is our lacquer get.
在找到合适位置后，给漆树开以排出里面的水汽，待到半个月后，再在原有的口子上割掉表面一层树皮，乳白色的漆汁就会慢慢渗透出来。此时再用毛刷将其一点一点收集起来，而几十棵的漆树也只能收集到薄薄的一层。古有百里千刀一斤漆的说法，相采漆的困难，上漆更是个上漆的家具可以做到千年不腐。
Okay, this is reason why lacquer is so precious. You see, first of all, it's very hard to get lacquer, natural lacquer. Then, the lacquer is in front of us. They are actually mixture with natural colorful minerals. It could explain why the colors you look at, they look so colorful, like this one. This one personally I like very much. This one I call it as a little green apple. I should like an apple, especially for the color of this one. It looks so shiny, beautiful finish, right? Actually, this one is painted in the glaze. This like glaze. It's our artisan adds pure silver glaze. Silver. This is reason why you see the finish is very glossy. Look at such one when you expose directly on the sunlight. You can see. Look at such like shine. Look like a shiny stars. Very beautiful. Look at such finish. It's amazing. Inside there's a bowl filter. This one is made from original design, the lacquered teapot. This one is made from aged. We call it aged. Old roll. In Chinese we say 老盐 aged rock clay. No, it's lacquer plus silver glaze. This one I strongly recommend to you. Very beautiful, very unique. This is a unique piece. Very beautiful. Purple. And this one with a beautiful flower shape. This one is made from raw purple clay. This clay, this one is imbibed. This one we call the Starry Night. This Starry Night series is inspired by one of the most famous impressionist work painting from Van Gogh, the Starry Night. Because it's like summer starry night. Look at that. Second. When you put outside, exposed directly in the sunlight, it's really beautiful. Look at the starry nights. Look like a summer starry night. So beautiful. Look at this. This is one masterpiece. It's not so beautiful. Single piece. And this one. This one is a black lacquered. This one person I like very much is design. It's design. Very unique. Look at it. You can notice that lacquer always has a very special texture, unlike this one. It's not so. Look at the texture of design. The golden part, it's not painted. It's stick with very thin, pure gold fold. This part will never get oxidated because it's made from pure gold. Our artisan stick again. Wow. Such beautiful design. Very artistic. very unique. This one I like very much. Signature for my master. This master, we are selling a lot leg away from this master. This one. This is a teacup. Okay, this is the entire set. If you're interested in this set, please go to check out link in our bio. Yeah, look at this one. This purple green. The color is very vibrant. Such beautiful design. Every piece is a single piece. Look at. It's very surprising. It's a surprising beauty. This is Chinese lacquerware. Looks like oil painting texture, right? This is the cover. Wow. Super beautiful, yeah. Very beautiful, especially when you expose it directly under sunlight. Different light will have a different shining. Like, very beautiful. This is a precious lacquerware. If you're interested in this tea tree or anything we're presenting on live stream, please go to check out our tea shop link in our bio. For lacquerware, I can honestly I can tell you that so far for each piece sold, I always get a great feedback from our clients. They surprised by its beauty, and they always say even it's much more beautiful than the screen when they look from our live stream, because like such natural beauty, when you expose it under light, under sunlight, it's like it will surprise you. It's very super, very. It's not something you see. It's not something ordinary beauty you see. You will surprised by its complex beauty. You will love it. I'm sure you will love it. In front of us, you see different style, very different. Often. Okay, if you're interested in anything, okay, you can go to check out the shop link in our bio. So funny questions. Oh, this one I especially love this one. Often I love often, but with a different style. You will not find the same product from other tea shop. After a long time talking, it's so pleasurable to drink a tea. So funny questions. If you're interested in anything we're putting on live stream, please go to check out the shop link in below. If you don't have any further questions, we'll stop our live stream here today. Thank you so much for your watching. If you want to follow our next live, please make sure that you already follow our account. We will share our tea live stream scheduling events in our profile in our bio. Okay. Generally, we perform 3 times per week. If you want to watch traditional Chinese presenting Oolong tea ceremony, I will do it in next Sunday. Okay. How long does it take to make it such beautiful plastic? It depends on time. It depends on time. It depends on time. Sometimes takes even more than one month. Depends on the local time. Depends on local time. This is not like made by machine. It's you have a specific time to finish it. It depends on time. Okay, guys. If you join us late, don't worry about this live stream. I already shared the live stream of this morning in our feed. Okay, if you have any further questions for Chinese tea ceremony, please feel free to message us. Okay, thank you, Martin. Thank you. Thank you for all our tea friends. Thank you so much for your watching. I wish you a great Sunday in your day and your tea. See you next time. Ciao, ciao. See you. See you. Ciao, ciao. Thank you again.